Hey everyone, Genome here, coming at you with some latest MSF news. Meant to do this yesterday, and I actually did record this yesterday, but then for whatever reason, my mic had been switched off in OBS, so for nothing but silence and dead air, so I had to reshoot this again, and maybe it's for the better, because I was pretty hot yesterday after reading this. So, long story short, talk about the newest patch update a little bit, and I want to talk about something that really is indicative of the pathway that Scopely is taking this game, even more so than Fox Next, and that was the buffing of some recently released characters. Yes, Iceman, Shatterstar, and Longshot received buffs. Iceman might have made a little sense with the focus problems. He wasn't landing when he needed to land. But you know what? Does the Axeman need any more help? That's the question. You know, every team needs to have some character that's not completely overpowered. You know, Black Order had Corvus, even though his buff was really good. And, you know, it's just like, I don't know, every team has usually a floater or two over there that is not indispensable. Well, you know, Iceman wasn't working completely as intended, but you know what? A lot of players, or a lot of characters don't. So, why buff him? Axeman is strong enough as it is. But that one's actually not too egregious. I mean, you do want him to work correctly. It's just that, I don't know, he's released so quickly and now they're buffing him. But really, that's small potatoes compared to what else happened. They buffed Shatterstar and Longshot.
What?
These are, when paired together, these guys are as powerful as Symbiote, Spider-Man, and Carnage. Maybe even more so. Probably more so, according to a lot of what I'm reading. It's incomprehensible that they buffed him like this. None of their attacks can be blocked. Oh, don't even get me started here. Anyway, a special note is Shatterstar's special, in that not only does he get put defense down on the primary target, he puts it on all targets. Oh, that's lovely. Wow, what can I say? I mean, what kind of ignorance is this? I mean, wasn't it bad enough as it was? And they give it defense down to everybody, and that's going to be, guess what? It's going to be shredding them the whole time, is Longshot. You can't no longer dodge these attacks. You can't block these attacks. So war is completely X-Factor now, right? There's just no two ways about it. And there's nothing you could do. There's no team that can stand up to these guys. Just this pair alone can basically steamroll most teams. And now you're throwing other X-Factor characters on there? Why would you buff these two characters? They didn't need it. No one was really asking for it, and they were just released recently. Meanwhile, you got characters who've been languishing for years, almost untouched, and have received no attention, especially when they had game-breaking bugs. Now, apparently they did fix some of the bugs, or they are attempting to fix some of the bugs with this patch, but still, why? Well, I mean, it's obvious why. Let me see. I have to get this pulled up here. So here's the reason. They created X-Factor to be the latest created shiny toy, completely negating everything else that came before it. This is bad design on its face, but I mean, it's to be expected for a company that's just going for pure profit. And these offers are going to be in the store for a long time now. These 50 shards for 30 bucks, and they're going to be selling tons of them. And that's what they do in this. They are even making Axeman obsolete at this point with this kind of nonsense. I mean, wasn't Axeman strong enough? They can release X-Factor. X-Factor is a team of C-listers for the most part, at least in the comics. They always were. Now, originally, when X-Factor was introduced in comics, it was the original 5 X-Men. And it morphed over the years into some things. And by the time it got to characters like Multiple Man and Strong Guy and Polaris and all that, it was definitely B-team at best, right? And they're going to make them the most powerful team in the game. Like, at least Black Order makes some sense, right? As being super strong. Annoying as it was. But this is taking it beyond Black Order, because these guys are going to have way better sustain than Black Order ever did. So they're going to be raid juggernauts. They're going to be juggernauts in every single game mode. And they don't even need a 5th character. What if they try to do a legendary 5th character here? Oh my gosh, this is going to be obscene. But people are just going to stick Silver Surfer on there, right, and steamroll everybody. So you're going to be looking at X-Factor and Silver Surfer kind of met us as far as like arena goes, and basically every game mode where these aren't even glass cannons anymore. These huge cannons are needed to bully past something. The only team I can see standing up to possibly X Factor at this point is going to be probably Symbiotes, and the fact that and that's only if Multiple Man's on the team. Maybe they can keep preying on Multiple Man to hopefully somehow outspeed bar X Factor. It's not going to be easy, though, because X Factor is going to be going first. They're going to be getting loads of barrier. It's going to be tough to get them down into the red for Carnage. His passive to go off. It's going to be tough, but maybe that will do it. But other than that, who else is going to stand up to these guys? It's ridiculous, man. They're just here to sell these offers and talk about tone deaf. And just, I don't know. This really upset me last night. I mean, I shouldn't be upset about gaming. You know, as far as gaming goes, it kind of upset me in the fact that they just release characters this blatantly overpowered, and then they buff them for no good reason other than to stimulate spending. You know, it's funny. People talking a big game right now about not spending on this game, and what happens? Okay, so Scopely releases an accidental credit farm for Ghost and Call, and then make it available to everybody. You know, they sold that like nobody's business. Then they released Silver Surfer at a very convenient time, and then they buff these guys and release X Factor, make them the strongest thing this game has ever seen by a country mile, and they're going to keep these offers in the store and selling it. I mean, they are playing people like fiddles right now. Yeah, there was some good stuff in the latest patch. They did fix some things. Looks like they're addressing things, and they're giving us some more gear. That's great. But man, realize what they are doing with these characters and be cautious. So, hey, buyer beware, caveat emptor, and all that good stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Genome.